Every person has a different definition of beauty. To some people, it's the landscape of a city with dazzling lights that never fades away. To others, it's an epic battle between a man who can't die and a man who just came back from death. And simple folks will accept anything that jiggles. But if you ask all of them to name the most beautiful game they've played, you'll hear Gris getting mentioned a lot. The painting pool of human psyche and the portrayal of grief was a phenomenon that we didn't want, but definitely needed. Now the Nomada Studio has cooked again with their second game, Neva, the story of a girl and her pet against the darkness which is possessing the world. But what is this Neva? Is it any good? Is it worth buying? You'll get all the answers you want in a second, but before that, I'm Olsol and I'd be glad if you subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and share your opinion with me, thank you. Let me start off by saying this. Neva is the most gorgeous game, nay, the most gorgeous thing I have experienced, ever. The monochrome palette the Nomada Studio used with Gris has evolved into an amazing complementary and triadic style we see on Neva. In Gris, it was like we were walking in a world made of watercolor, while Neva portrays its world as an oil painting. What's the difference? Well, in watercolor, the shapes and colors have no borders. They are not bounded by an edge. But since oil painting is not as fluid as watercolor, everything is in its own place. I believe they made the right calls for both games. Neva's style wouldn't look good on Gris and vice versa. In most games, the devs try to have at least a handful of eye-catching sceneries, mostly in a resting location, like the bonfire in Boreal Valley. It's like they try to show off. In Neva though, every single shot is breathtaking and I'm not exaggerating. The events of the game happen in 4 seasons, so some of these crazy shots will repeat in different weathers, each more beautiful than the last. The world building of Neva starts from the heart of the nature, but as we go along, we see more and more of stair-like structures and contraptions that were there in Gris. If you wanted to play this game, I recommend you to not rush it to the ending. Sometimes, and by sometimes I mean every 10 seconds, stop and gaze into the scenery. Don't just play it. Watch the deer eating, the Van Goghian meadows, the transformation of the willow, inhale the cold air of winter. They say Neva takes 4 hours to finish, but I'd say if you finish it in 4 hours, you haven't fully enjoyed and appreciated all of these beauties. Let's take a look at the story, but don't worry, I'll try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. Neva is deeply inspired by Princess Mononoke by Miyazaki, especially this first cutscene. We follow a girl named Alba, a wolf-like guardian of the jungle, and her cub, Neva. It all begins with a corruption, a black sludge that has emerged and soon enough will take the world. Our heroes need to fight their way, learn from their mistakes, get past the hardships. Wrong. That's not the story of the game. This isn't about corruption and fighting evil. It's about Neva. It's about having a child, or a pet for that matter, watching them taking their first steps, overcoming their fears, falling down and hurting themselves. It's about how they get into trouble or a danger threats them and you immediately lose your mind, forget about everything and will do anything to protect your baby. It's about their little celebrations after an achievement. And finally, it's about them growing and getting bigger and more powerful than you. Neva is an homage to the never-ending cycle of life, a cycle that might overwhelm you to think everything is meaningless. God knows I have. But Neva teaches us to appreciate it. As cliche as this sounds, it's about the journey, not the destination. The gameplay of Neva is not as interesting as the other aspects, probably on purpose, cause at the beginning of the game, you're asked to choose between story mode and adventure mode. Just like other platformers, you roll, dodge, jump, double jump, dash, use your sword and downward attack. Later on, you can call Neva to attack the corruption or shoot her to activate contraptions. Then again, I can't help but to see a wasted potential here. Neva is very good at setting up the tension for a boss fight, but when the actual boss fight begins, you get disappointed. The boss looks cool, the arena looks awesome, the music is musicking, but the gameplay is raw. Maybe except this one, there isn't any notable boss fight in the game. There is an upside to the gameplay, which is at the very beginning. It's when Neva is just a little cub and you should protect her, teach her to do things, and keep her away from distractions. It really emphasizes on what it feels like to have a child or a pet, a creature that needs your attention 24/7, and how she outgrows this weakness. Would I recommend Neva? Abso-freaking-lutely. Here are my ratings to each aspect of the game, which gives us the total rating of 8.6. I gave a bonus point to the visuals, because for me, that's what this game is about. I can't take my eyes off this beautiful pool of colors. If heaven is an actual place, it should look like this. Go buy Neva as fast as possible, but before you do, Be sure to hit the like button on this video, and if you want to see more similar content, like the untold history of mobile gaming, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and as always,
be safe, friend. Don't you dare go hollow.